Hello, my name is Juan Carlos Cantu, and today we're gonna be we're gonna be discussing my final. And first off, I want to start with my outline. Um, so yeah, my first question was how I understood what I learned about in the throughout the writing process, and I my first example was the outline um because it really helped me a lot throughout the essay. um Before Bonnie's class, I didn't know there was many ways to do outlines. I thought there was only one way, and that was the introduction, body, and conclusion you normally see in in every English class in high school. And that's why I in my first assignment I couldn't do an outline. um but now that I have done many outlines for Bonnie's class, I learned that I was totally wrong, that there's many outlines. Um and yeah, I learned how to use them. And for the future, I'm willing to do um outlines such as this one for all of my assignments, because I know that it's gonna take a while to do them. It takes time, but at the end it pays off. Um, it really helps to organize and, I don't know, just go step by step, working your way through the essay or your assignment. I just think it's a good example for the writing process. For the second example, I used personal experiences, and I used them in my essay. Here in my introduction, I compared. Well, I was my audience is students, and I'm a student as well. So I gave a personal experience, which was counting tiles in the classroom when I got bored. Another personal experience I used was while taking the ACT. I didn't get enough time to read all of my questions and the articles for the English section. So yeah, well, through my essay I talked about using tactics. That's why I used the ACT, and one of the tactics was skimming. So that would have helped a lot. That would have helped me a lot if I knew how to skim back when I took the ACT. Oh, another example for the writing process was using oh, wait. Oh, I didn't read the before, present, future. So before, I wouldn't use personal experiences. I would just talk about the topic and never related my experiences with my audience. But now in the present, I learned how to use personal experiences in order to get my readers attention. This was possible due to the experience I gained while reading other passages and articles, such as the 20 page article that you gave us at the beginning of the semester. Okay, moving on to my third example is using perspectives. And throughout my essay, I used different perspectives. Um, such as the one in paragraph 3. I used Dr. Keith Lenz. He stated that there is there's two people involved in the process of reading comprehension, the reader and the writer, and they have to be in the same page in order for the reader, I mean for the no, yeah, the reader to understand what the writer is talking about. Okay, so before I didn't know how to use other perspectives to influence my writing. I only used my perspective. In the present now, during class, I realized how important it is to write with different perspectives. It doesn't only catch their attention, but um, wait, what? Oh, I don't only catch their attention with my perspective, but I also catch their attention with others people's perspectives. Um, in the future, I'm willing to use this method to in the process of writing. This will not only help me write more, but also make my audience relate to the topic. For the second question, how was your understanding of the research paper? I mean, research process. Well, for the first example, I used well, I used trusting the author. First, the beginning, I just didn't judge the author because well, I wasn't used to judging it. I just thought like everything was like normal and like everything was gonna be credible. But during this class, I learned how to judge an author due to I learned how to judge my author's credibility to get reliable sources, and that helped me a lot to get my essay done. In the future, um, I'll be sure of judging my authors in order to gain full credibility and get reliable sources. And for this one, I used my map. So my map, here it is. Here's my map. Well, the author of this map was me, and it is pretty credible because I went through all of my I went through all of my these are all of my experiences, and well, I just think it's pretty credible. Uh, trusting the web. Before I just used the web to get information. Um, I used to think it was the same. Um, oh, I didn't know about .org, .org, .edu, .com, .gov. Um, but now I know there's a difference between .com and .edu. I I also learned that there's websites that try to like sell you stuff and others that are trying to give you as much information and it's reliable. In the future, I'm gonna use .edu if I'm gonna do something for the university or the college because it's like it's gonna give credibility to my map essay or podcast or whatever. Um, my third example for question number 2 was comparing sources. I never really worked on research papers, but I only worked on one on high school. But um um I don't know, you could compare sources to gain important information. In the present, during my research paper, I understood the importance of comparing sources, because when you compare, you don't want sources to be the same. You don't want like all of the good guys like and the bad guys to like go right. You want like the bad guys to go right and the good guys to go left, so they like make a good argument about what the topic's going to be about. um so yeah, it's gonna like if they meet in the middle, like it's gonna make a good interesting research paper. In the future, for sure, I'm gonna use different sources in order to make a good interesting map and essay. For my third question, which is, how has your understanding of writing for audience and with a purpose developed over the course of the semester? So first, I'm gonna start with my essay. Um, I wrote for a specific audience, something that I had never done before. Um, I just in high school I just wrote for just like general people, like whoever is writing the um, the paper. Yeah, so before I wrote in a general form. I never thought about writing for someone in a specific. In the present, in the essay I wrote for students, so I could use bad words, or I could like put in like jokes, but I didn't decide to do that. I decided to make it a little bit formal for certain students. In the future, I will write to my audience the way they are. For example, if they're doctors, I'm gonna write formally, and if they're teachers, I will talk strategically. Um, it just has to fit like what your audience is about, like who your audience is. Um, my second example, or like the second one, is the meme. For this one, yeah, there was an audience, but I don't know. I think memes are for everyone. Um, Doctors, teachers, um, students, whoever. But before, I had never done a meme, but it was a new experience, and I had to use students as my audience, so I had to make it as funny as possible for students to laugh. Um, in the present, now that I made a meme, I made it relatable to students, which is my audience. I made other students get it, so like they laughed at my meme during class, and I was very proud of it. It shows how if you relate your message to your specific audience, they will understand it, and they will get the message you're trying to give to them. In the future, I know that I will be able to convey my message to my audience if I know, like, if I have a specific audience. Because if I have students, no, if I have like doctors, and I use like bad words, or I just start joking with them or something, like I know I'm not gonna get their attention. Or the same thing goes for the memes. Like if I do something, I don't know, dumb, or a dumb meme, I don't know, they wouldn't get it.